1. What is up, YouTube? HPJ here, and I am coming at you guys with another overlook for BT17. So we have some new cards for the lovely RaNanaka and her partner Digimon, Rimon. Now, I'm not going to sugarcoat it. I'm not going to, um, you know, throw my hands to the wayside, but I am not a fan of the new shit that they are trying to push on Rika. I'm not. I am not. I am not. I am not. And normally I wouldn't have this much of an issue because I initially didn't have an issue with Rika because I felt like Rika was doing the issue that I have with the Rika stuff is this. I want them to be cohesive because they're not cohesive. I want them to focus on one thing, but they're not focusing on that one thing. What they're doing is they're trying to pull different aspects of yellow into this and then trying to benefit from it. And it feels like it's just falling apart. The one thing that I honestly have to say that is cohesive is damn, the artwork looks amazing. But the artwork can't save everything. So, I want to go ahead and just take a look at everything that is Rika in BT17 and then go from there. So, we're going to start it off with RaNanaka. Level 3 Rookie Data Beastkin 1k DP. Digivolves off of a yellow level 2 for 0 cost. On play, reveal the top 3 cards of your deck to add 1 Digimon with Kyubimon in its name. Kyubimon, Talmon, or Sakuyamon in its name, and 1 RaNanaka or an option card with a cost of 2 or more to your hand. You'll place the rest at the bottom of your deck. Then, her inheritable is once a turn, your turn, when you play an option card with a cost of 2 or more, one of your opponent's Digimon gains security attack -1 until the end of their turn. So, this is not a bad RaNamon to start off. Most RaNamon are definitely, on play when Digivolving. No, on play effects that happen automatically once they hit the field. It's, like I said, not a bad card. It's a good startup because what I really want to focus on is the cards that are going to help focus on the mid to the late game to secure you some type of advantage or at least keep the momentum going. This is just a simple, rookie with some really good, decent effects on top of it, and we're probably just hoping for a really good Digitama. The Digitama for this is the one that's for Pulsemon, so I'm not really batting too many eyes. But I feel like this is still a really good Rika. You still have the Vixmons to play around with. I think Vixmon is the best option out of it all. So, moving on from there, we're now going to take a look at our girl, Kyubimon. Kyubimon, champion level, mysterious beast. Play cost of 5 on a level 4. Digivolves off of a level 3. Yellow Digimon for the cost of 2. 5k DP. When Digivolving, you may, if you do not have a RaNanaka in play, you may play a RaNanaka from your hand without paying any cost. Inheritable. Your turn. Once a turn, when you use an option card with a cost of 2 or more, you may, one of your opponent's Digimon gains security attack -1 until the end of the turn. If you stack this, that means that your opponent's Digimon will have security attack -2 till the end of the next turn. Which, to be very fair, it's not a bad thing. I like it when option cards or when abilities trigger off of option cards to do some stun or to do some reduction when it's cohesive. I feel like this is probably the cheapest way to bring out Rika because there are some issues with trying to get to your tamer as soon as possible. And there are still other versions of Kyubimon and RaNamon that help you speed up into getting to Rika as soon as you possibly can. The main focus is now focusing on getting Rika in play. And trying to speed into Rika as fast as you possibly can. Which I feel this Kyubimon, a previous Kyubimon, both do. And then try to keep with that momentum with things. There's even a Talmon that does a late game on Digivolve. You play a RaNanaka from your hand without paying the memory cost. So that can also be a little beneficial. But it's, yeah. Anyway, we're now going to go, speaking of Talmon, we're now going to talk about Talmon. So this is BT17's Talmon, Ultimate Level Data Wizard. Hard cost of 7, Digivolve off of a level 4. Yellow Digimon for the cost of 3, and has 7k DP. Barrier, so if this Digimon will be deleted, you can remove the top card of your security and send it to the trash to keep it on the field. When digivolving, you may use one option card with plug-in in its name or yellow from your hand with a reduced cost of 2. Inheritable. When attacking once a turn, when this Digimon has Sakuyamon in its name, you may play one option card with plug-in or that is yellow from your hand with a reduced cost of 2. So it's just a reduction cost play now for plugins or yellow cards. Wyvern's Breath, that one with the weird German name, a handful of other ones. Okay, I mean the plugins, because they're all 2 or more. So, I mean, it's decent. It is a decent support. It has, its range and flexibility. I don't know. I'm just not really feeling it. Maybe because I feel like this is something that should have came out already. In most terms of things now, it's just there to just be pretty. I'm just like, if you're gonna just be pretty, I mean, fine. But also, like, the utility is the factor. And I feel like this Sakuyamon is not going to be much of a beneficial factor to things. Talmon is going to be beneficial. I think it's just there just to say, hey, play this card for 0. Because basically that's what you're doing with most of your plugins. Is they're just going to be played for 0. So, meh. Pretty meh. Pretty meh. But it's at least something to be used. Then we're going to move on, of course, to the Sakuyamon. So this is Sakuyamon from BT17. She is a Mega level Data Shaman, 11k DP, a hard cost of 11. Digivolves off a level 5 for a cost of 3. Digivolves off of Sakuyamon Miko mode for a cost of 1. Barrier. Send a card of your deck to the trash to prevent this Digimon from being deleted. When digivolving, one of your opponent's Digimon gains 6k minus 6k DP for the turn. Then, from your hand, without paying the memory cost, you may play 1/5 or lower option card that has plug-in in its name or is yellow. During your turn, once a turn, when you use an option card with a cost of 2 or more until the end of your opponent's turn, their effects cannot return this Digimon to the hand or deck. So basically, she prevents herself from going back into the deck when you play an option card with a cost of 2 or more. That's not hard because plugins are always 2 or more. Then on top of that, there is the ability to play an option card that is 5 or less from your hand with plugin or yellow. So that's actually pretty good there too. So I'm looking at this cohesion of where this is now focusing on the plug-in and the yellow cards to be more playable and have beneficial effects once they're played, in addition to their own beneficial effects, or the effects they would cause negatively on the opponent. I am for it, because now just reading through this, I like this a bit more. I'm not saying it's going to be a game changer, but I am saying that it has its utility. What I really would like for it to have is cohesiveness, where this is what I think this should have been the focus from the start. It's focusing on playing these cards, because there's a lot of them that were focusing on DP. There's a lot of them trying to focus on just being cutesy for like yellow and being usable in yellow, because yellow at the time was just focusing on option cards and playing those option cards. And I'm just like, nah, I want something different. Nah, I want something new. Nah, I want something playable. And that's basically what I was getting from this. And just, that's how I felt about it. That's honestly how I felt. And looking at a large lineup of this, looking at how everything is panning out, I would honestly have to say there is definitely some changes that did need to happen. I don't feel like these are going to be game changers, but they're at least useful. And the Sakuyamon is not bad. The Sakuyamon has a lot of play, and she can digivolve off of her Miko mode for ease. So, we're going to move on from Sakuyamon to now go ahead and talk about the last of the cards supporting them, and that is Rika. Hold on, I think Rika's on, yep, she's up here on the higher page. RaNanaka for a play cost of 3. At the start of your turn, if your opponent has a Digimon, you gain 1 memory. You may place this Tamer and 1 Rimon and Talmon from your trash under one Renamon and place them as the Digivolution sources. Then you may Digivolve into a Sakuyamon from your hand at a cost of 4, ignoring its Digivolution requirements. If you use its effect to Digivolve, you return one option card from your trash to your hand. Secure the effect, play this card without paying its memory cost. So, this RaNanaka is basically just like Henry and Takuya before her, where you gain a memory at the start of your turn if your opponent has a Digimon, and the warp Digivolve into Sakuyamon while using the others as material under Renamon. So, it's not bad. It's basic. It's a basic card, and looking at a lot of what's in here, I want to be very honest. It's very much, it's very standard-esque. There's nothing real major or game-changing. It can be used, but it wouldn't push Sakuyamon decks to be, sorry about that. Oops. It wouldn't push Sakuyamon decks to be compatible with much. So, hold on one second. Okay, good. Nothing's incriminating on these pages. But it's just not going to push Sakuyamon to be something that is raw. But it's at least playable. And I rather take playable than inconsistency. Now, how will this match up with the next wave of with the previous Sakuyamon stuff? I feel like that's where we're going to have the issue. Sorry if you're hearing noise in the background. I don't like this. I'm going to change the thing to my thing later, but it's okay. It's not bad. I wish it was better. I wish there was more cohesion between the newer stuff and the older stuff, and that way it could all mesh well together. I wouldn't throw any of this with any vaccine support cards, because as you know, these are mostly data, and the yellow vaccine stuff only works with vaccine. You may want to throw in maybe a couple of what is that girl? Venusmon, if you want to slow some things down. Probably get a bit of stall. But other than that, I mean, you already have some of your bases for who your level 7 is going to be, and that's going to be Miko mode. Unless you want to play and pay out for Shine Gray Ruin modes. But other than that, this deck's going to need a lot of work if you're going to try to play it. And I can already see it's not going to do too well. But at least people are going to be happy to have Renamon cards running around. So, let me know in the comment section what you guys think of the new support for Miss RaNanaka. Do you guys like it? Do you wish it was a little better? Do you wish there was a lot more cohesion? What things would you change if you could to make it all benefit? Not benefit, but make it all work cohesively and consecutively if you feel like there's any other problems. Let me know that in the comment section below. With that said, ladies and gents, that is a wrap up for this video. Thank you guys so much, Tamers, for watching my Digimon content. I really do appreciate it. If you guys would like to see more, there is a playlist, so definitely check that out. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe to the channel, as it helps out tremendously, and you can hit the notification bell to be informed when I upload more content to my channel. My social media links, they're in the description box below, so if you guys would like to check me out on social, they're all right there. Thanks everyone for watching, and your boy HPJ, signing out. Take care.